Hi, I'm Dr. Alex Lloyd, and I'm here today to discuss belief mapping for just a few minutes with my friend and client. And Argeryos, you're going to have to help me with this because I've always suspected
Sure.
that with my Southern accent, I mispronounce your name.
Oh, it's exactly
so
correct. Yeah.
Share for the people watching how to pronounce your name, please.
In Greek, it's Argyrios Perdikaris. That's my name. Yeah.
And I've always called you Argyrios.
Argyrios, yeah, but it's absolutely right. Yeah.
That was okay. Okay, anyway, the last few times I've talked with you, Argyrios, you've shared with me some good results you've been seeing with belief mapping and the code. And why don't we start? Just share what you've been feeling. That just however you feel it.
Yes, I would like to say that the healing codes as a healing modality for me, it was always very clear. It was not something mystic about it. It was like very exogenic, I would say. It was not something about mysterious, and all the other modalities that I have learned from you. It's like very clear, very straightforward. There is nothing mysterious. These times with this new technique, I felt like it was kind of magical process. I felt that it was something mysterious that it was going on. I remember that everything I wrote down, after 2-3 times I practiced it the way exactly you teach on the video, it disappeared, the event completely, and the memory. And it was something for me completely magical. I feel it was like, I don't know, like Ouija board, or like I'm calling the spirits. It was like, I felt like it was like mystical as a process. That was the difference from the healing codes and all the other methods that I have learned from you. And also during the night, I dreamed about the process, that it was like I was doing it in my dream. And honestly, I put my like biggest issue, like it was the death of my mother. And I work, it was like -7 and -8. I cannot recall it anymore. Yeah. I cannot. And it's, for me, it's like a magical process. I cannot really describe. It's amazed. I'm amazed. It's like amazing process. Yeah.
Thank you so much. And one thing I should have shared when we started, and people in the United States, I'm sure, as soon as you started talking, are saying, "Wait a minute, where's he from?" You're from Greece, right? You live in Greece.
Yeah, I come from Greece. Yeah.
Yes, and in fact, you've invited me to come visit you in Greece, and my wife is already talking about that over the next couple of months. We've always wanted to go to Greece, but have never been there. You and I had a client session just a few days ago, and I'd like to read the notes I took that you said from that session. Is that okay?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, all right. Then this is just from a few days ago. And I tried to write it down word for word. So if I mess something up, correct me. This is like dynamite. It's incredible. It is so powerful, I can't even believe it. I've never felt anything like this in my life. It feels so incredible, I don't even have the words to describe it. I feel so healthy and peaceful.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you shared a few days ago. So is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely correct. That's me. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me ask a couple of questions. When I suggested you trying belief mapping, and you had not tried it before, were you skeptical? Were you looking forward to trying something new? What did you think before you tried it?
I was skeptical. I was a little bit lazy. I really like the healing codes, but because I really trust you, I would give it a try. That was my first, But to be honest, it was like more than I was expecting, to happen. In a way that I'm thinking now that it was like for me, like erasing my personal history. It was like I was recapitulating the whole life. Although I write few words, like I write the death of my mother, I write that I was grieving and I was feeling guilty, that was the words I wrote down. And I'm thinking now that if I start writing all the details of my life down, would I erase everything? Would I would be completely clear like a crystal? There would be no attachment, no memory, nothing. I'm thinking about it now. Like,
well, I would go through that stuff and see.
Not only the painful memories, even the good ones, like to clear myself completely, because I see that it works so well. For me, it's like something magical. And I feel like also the second biggest issue, it was like I divorced with my spouse, and I felt completely like I drove back my energy from her. Like it was no attachment, no guilt, no nothing. It was like, yes, I decided to broke up with her, and that's what I did. It was like, yeah.
Okay. So you were skeptical at first, and then felt magical to you. For people who are watching this, Argeryos, some of them are trying to decide whether they want to try this or not. Okay. Was it hard for you to do? Is the process difficult to do?
No, it was really, really easy for me. Yeah,
Okay.
it was really easy. Yeah. I just watched the instructions and that was all, it was.
Okay. Now, I did want to ask you one thing, because we were going to we were planning this interview, and you told me that you were having a pretty significant healing response, which is common to all types of healing. It happens about one time in 10, or about one person in 10. So you had this magical response, but then I think yesterday or this morning you were doing more of the process than normal, and you started feeling worse before you got better. Correct?
Yes. Correct. Yeah.
But then you did another process that brought that down and let you feel good again. Correct? Okay.
Exactly.
And if you're watching this, that's about one person in 10 will have a healing response, which means you feel worse before you feel better. It's typically either physical toxins coming out of your body or emotional toxins like anger or low self-worth or those type things. Okay, Argyrios, I wanted to ask you another question. Over the years, you have done many different types of healing things. How would you compare the belief mapping to the other things you've tried over years and have spent a lot of money on as well?
I think that, the belief mapping together with the healing codes, it's probably the most powerful modality that I have tried. I have tried many, many modalities, but this was something, it was really like a dynamite. I feel like it cleaned all the blocks inside me. I felt it and physical and emotionally. It was like I didn't feel any more resistant, because the most modalities, energy modalities I used to do, I was feeling that my body was resisting. Something was not right. Somewhere it was a block that I couldn't, clean it. And it was making me feel bad. And it was like, I was not following the process because I couldn't. I didn't feel like it's helping me. But now it was something like a river, like, unstoppable. Like that's how I felt it,
Okay, and then the next question is, you talked about the healing codes, which is my modality, along with Trilogy. Can you share just for a second, what is the difference, in your opinion, between the healing codes or Trilogy by themselves and the healing codes or Trilogy with the belief mapping?
It's like I would say like double power, you know, I would say
Okay.
double power. Yeah.
Okay. And last question I have, as I said before, there's going to be people watching this who are trying to make up their mind. Do I try this or not? It costs some money. Maybe money is tight for me right now. Can you just speak directly to the person who's watching and give them your advice regarding this and their decision?
You mean about the modality now, the healing coach with
doing the belief mapping,
Yeah, I think that what I feel about it, it's beyond the form of gratitude. I feel like I'm very, very lucky, you know, that I have this on my hands together with the healing coach and all the other modalities that you have taught me. And I feel so extreme lucky in a way that I don't know if I deserve it, honestly.
Oh my goodness, you do deserve it.
I feel so nice. It's moments that I feel so ecstatic, and I feel so nice that I cannot believe it. Honestly, I cannot believe it. And I really sometimes I don't know how to thank you. And I think that the only way to thank you is just to follow what you teach me exactly, you know. That would be the best way to thank you, you know. I cannot find any other way, you know, like.
Well, we're going to come see you, and that'll be thanks.
Yeah, it's like.
And, by the way, Argeryos owns a restaurant and a hotel in Greece, so you need to go visit him as well. And Hope and I are, and I think you'll love it. And the last thing, Argeryos, the results you're talking about, these magical results, this has happened in 3.5 weeks, right?
It started happening from the first day, I would say, from the really, really first day, you know.
Right, but since we started doing the belief mapping, it's 3.5 weeks.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, it's 3.5 weeks. Yeah.
So all the dynamite and magic and can't believe it and don't have words, it took 3.5 weeks to get to that place. For
less,
you.
Less. Yeah, I think less. It's less. It's just the first week. I feel like I was like, you know, to the top of the world, you know. Okay. Although I experienced healing responses, I even enjoy them, I can say, you know, I even enjoy them. Really, it's like, you know.
Okay. Well, Argeryos, thank you so very much. Is there anything, any last words you'd like to share before we finish the interview?
Yeah, I would like to say, although the distance between us is very far, you are the closest person to me. And I don't know, it's like hard to put in words what I feel for you, honestly, and how you have changed my life. Honestly, it's like, I don't know, really.
Well, you are dear to me. And when Hope and I get to Greece and I hug you in person for the first time, I think I will be overwhelmed because I love you as well.
I love you too. Yeah, I love you too. And it's like, yeah.
Okay. Thank you so very much, my friend, and have a wonderful day in Greece. And I can't wait to get there to see you.
You are always welcome.
All right. Bye-bye.